x, does that mean it wants the x in the bracket to be minus, so it would be 6 minus x minus 4?
So 6, and then in a bracket minus x minus 4. And then you would expand that bracket.
So it'd be minus 6x.
Yeah, that's minus 6x minus 4. And then b.
So when it's minus f, is that just outside the bracket?
Yeah. So it's like times both sides by minus 1 type of thing.
Okay. So it would be minus fx equals 6x minus 4.
Well, the f of x is 6x minus 4.
Yep.
And so if you were to times both sides by minus 1.
So it'd be minus 6x minus 4.
Times everything by minus 1.
Oh, okay. So 4 plus 4.
Well done. And so that's the difference. So with the first one, only the x becomes negative. For when it's on the outside, everything becomes negative. So this one, top right, are two solutions. X equals 3 becomes minus x equals 3.
Yeah.
And so what is x?
Minus 3.
Yep. And so if it is in the bracket next to the x's become negative. If it's if it's outside the bracket, the y's become negative.
Okay.
Or in that case, everything. Okay, how about this one?
So would that just be the same graph but on the left?
That would be if the x's went from positive to negative. So you have 0, 1.
So would it start at minus 1, then go up through 90?
Yes.
And then down to 270? Okay.
That's it. And so it's a reflection in the x-axis.
Yeah.
Essentially. Okay, how about this one?
So how do you know how many times it's going to the left or the right on the x-axis? Because it's, oh no, on the y-axis, up or down, because it's the minus f is on the outside of the x bracket.
If it's on the outside, then it affects only the y.
But how do you know how many, well, if it go, how many like number coordinates it goes up or down?
It doesn't go up or down.
So left or right?
Doesn't go left or right. So change each of these coordinates.
Okay.
By multiplying the y coordinate by minus 1.
So it'd be, the first one would be 0, 4.
Yeah.
Second one would be 3, 0.
Sorry, that one is minus. That was at minus 1 minus 4. That's minus 1. Yeah, sorry, and go on.
The next one will be minus 3, 3, 0.
Yep. So that one says no. You're not multiplying x by minus 1.
Oh, so it just stays minus 3 and 0.
So that one stays the same.
Okay. And the last one is just 1, 0.
And that one stays the same. And so the graph does a reflection in the x-axis. And you can use those 3 points to help you.
Yeah.
How about part 2?
So is that just this part 2 is just the same thing as the part 1, but multiplying the x-axis by minus.
The x coordinates, yep.
Okay. So it'd be, first one would be -1. Well, no. First one would be 1, -4.
Yep.
Second one would be 3, 0, and the third one would be -1, 0.
That is -1, 0. So 1 right, 4 down. 3. So -3 becomes 3. 1 becomes -1. And so a reflection in the y-axis looks like that. Yeah, so if it just flips. Great. Any questions there?
No.
Let's see. Okay, so this point 2, 4, what will it be after each of these?
Okay. So for A it would be 2, -4.
Mm-hmm.
For B, so that's A. B would be -2, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And C would be -2, -4.
Well done. I think you have the idea. We could do all sorts of... how about this one?
So it'd be F and then -x.
That would be if it was a reflection in the y-axis.
So it'd be -f of x.
Yes, y equals minus the f of x. So basically, it was originally had a maximum up here, and now it has a maximum down there. So the positive y became a negative y, and the x coordinate stayed the same.
Yeah.
So that works. Let me see. I could do these. I'll do them if necessary, I think. Okay, so I'll go back to where we were. Let's see. On the same axes. Ooh, did I cut out too much of them? Oh no, I didn't. So you have to. This will be alright. So. Nah, it's okay. Okay, how about this? This involves something from last time.
So when it's in the bracket, does it become -1/2?
No, this is well, hang on, so it might be a bit confusing. This is just a different, this is what we were doing last time. So let's take the coordinate -2, 0. So so its x coordinate is -2. That is replaced by a half x is -2. And so what is the new x coordinate?
-1.
That would be that would be if you half both sides. If you times both sides by half, we want the opposite of times both sides by half.
So you divide, so it'd be -4 then.
Yes. And so, like with the previous one, a half x, you end up doubling it.
Yeah.
So A becomes -4, 0. How about B?
B becomes -2, 4.
Well done.
C becomes 0, 2.
Yep.
And D becomes 2 and 0.
2, 0. That's great. -4, 0, -2, 0, 0, 2, and 2, 0. I just want to see this question. So they wanted us to actually sketch it. So we could let's see. So minus 2, 0, minus 4, 0 would be over here. Minus 2, 4. So it goes up as high, but it goes to the left. It has the same y-intercept of 0, 2. So it kind of goes there. And then it goes 2, 0. So it's kind of a stretch. Yeah, a stretch.
Yeah.
Scale factor 2 in the x direction. Okay, how about this?
Okay. So question A would be, so for question A, the point A would be 4, 6.
Mm-hmm.
And B would be, when multiplying, does it become 6? No, 9.
Multiplying by 2.
Oh, just 2. Okay, so it'd be minus 6.
Yeah.
And minus 8.
Yep. And how about B?
Okay. So it'd be, for A it would be minus 2, 6, and for B it would be minus, no, it would just be 3 and then 8.
And then 3
3 minus 8.
minus 8, yeah. So this other one went like that. And then this one, let's see. So 2, 6 became minus 2, 6. Minus 3, 8 became 3, 8. So the y stayed the same. So it's just a reflection in the y-axis. Just trying to think of how that would go. Okay. So is it like that? Oops. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Great.
Yeah.
See this. Okay, how about this?
Okay. So when it says 3f of x, does it just mean multiply the y-axis by 3?
Yeah, multiply the y coordinates by 3.
Okay. So the first one would still be minus 5, 0.
Mm-hmm.
Second one would be 0, minus 75.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one would be 1, 0.
That's it. And so it goes through there and there, and it just stretches down to minus 75. B.
Okay. Haven't they already stated the equation y equals 3fx?
That's not an equation. Like, what is f of x?
But the x didn't change.
This is the f of x up here.
Oh. So would it be 3f and then all them in the brackets? Like x plus 5 squared x minus 1.
Well, the f of x is x plus 5 squared x minus 1. And so 3 times the f of x is just 3 times that.
Okay, yeah.
So there's no f or anything.
So is it multiplied all like both brackets by 3?
Well, if you have, let's say, 2 times 4,
Yeah.
and you then multiply that by 3, it effectively just multiplies one of them by 3.
Yeah.
But it just, you just leave it the way it is.
Does it matter which bracket you multiply?
No.
Okay.
Because if you did like 3 times 2, you'd get 6, and then 6 times 4
Yeah.
is 24. Or you could do 3 times 4 and get 12, and 12
Yeah.
times 2 is also 24.
Yeah.
So multiplying, doesn't matter what order you do them in. Brackets is just multiplying. Any other questions about that one?
No.
Okay, so it was a stretch, scale factor 3, y direction. All right, how about these?
Okay. So for A, it would be 2 comma minus 6.
No, this is in the bracket next to the x.
Oh. All right. Okay. Sorry. It's 4 minus 3.
So for the first one, originally for p, x equals 2. For p, the x coordinate is
Yeah.
2.
So it's 4. Is it not?
No, and so it becomes 2x equals 2.
Oh. Yeah. So x is minus 2.
No, 2x equals 2. 1x equals
1.
Yep. And so it's the reverse for the x. Instead of timesing it by 2, you
Okay.
half it. Just like when we had a half
Yeah.
x, we were doubling it. B.
Well, so would it just be 4 multiplied by minus 3?
Yep.
So it'd be minus 12.
Yes.
It'd be 2 minus 12.
So that's going to be 2 minus 12. And actually, I should have said in the previous one 1 minus 3. Because the y doesn't change.
Yeah.
Yep. Well done. So the y does what it looks like because they brought it to the other side. And then the x. Great.
So when looking at x in the bracket, it's always the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
Correct. So
Okay.
if it was x plus 1, you'd do minus 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I suppose the only thing that's kind of the same is if they have like minus x. So it would be that's like times minus 1, but that's also the same as divide by minus 1. So it doesn't matter which way that one you always get it right. Okay. Tricky. How about this one?
So, okay, let's write this down. So we're working out what multiplies minus 1 over 4 to get 3. Minus 3.
To get 3?
Minus 3.
Nope. Turning point. The turning point is minus 212. So minus 212 becomes minus a quarter 12. And you have to say what changed there.
Oh, okay. So was it So would it be? Would it be 4?
I think that would give you minus 1 over 8.
So it'd be 2 then.
Let me see. So 2 would half it. Minus 1. Hang on, maybe I'm
So you
wrong.
half it and half it again, which gives you a quarter. So it'd be 3.
I think you have to. What did you say it was originally?
I said it was 1 over. It was 4.
You go the other way.
Minus 4.
No. So, okay, so originally x equals minus 2.
Yeah.
It becomes ax equals minus 2. And so what would be x equal to there?
But like, so you divide a.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be minus 2a.
Minus 2 over a, if you're
Oh,
dividing.
2 over 8, yeah.
And we know that that is equal to minus a quarter. And so solve for a.
So would a be 2?
Minus 2 divided by 2 gives you minus 1.
So the number on the top is just divided by 2.
So it's minus 2 over a equals minus 1 over 4.
So because I recognise that minus 1, well, minus 2 to minus 1 is just divided by 2. So would you multiply 4 by 2?
Yep.
Which gives you 8. So it'd be minus 2 over 8.
Yeah, so a is 8.
Yeah.
And b.
So for this question, for b, are we still using minus 212 as the original turning point?
Yep.
Okay. So is it just... So it is... I got to the point where y equals 12 over b equals 2 comma 6. Is that right so far?
Say it again.
Y equals 12 over b equals 2 comma 6. Would that be right so far? Or 2 over 6?
Are you saying 2 over 6?
Is that right, 2 over 6?
Let me think about this. No. Y works the same way. Let's see this one. So y equals bf of x. So y was 12. And then it becomes y equals 12b. And we know 12b equals 6. So this time the b is on
So
the
is it a half then? So 12 is multiplied by a half, which gives you 6.
Yep, b is a half.
So b equals a half.
Yep.
Okay.
And so with the x, it's the reverse. With the y, it's the same because they brought it to the other side.
Yeah.
And so A is 8, B is a half. A is 8. I don't have the other answer. Yep, B is a half. Any questions
Yeah.
with that one?
No.
So these are tricky just in general. Okay, how about this?
So it'll be -2, 16.
You're thinking of if the half was outside the bracket, not next to the x.
Oh, I keep forgetting. It's 4, 8.
Something's missing. This was -2.
Wait, so it stays -4 then?
-4. Yep.
Oh.
You divide by half, which is the same as times by 2. -2,
Yeah.
double it. -4. Let's see. Okay, how about this?
So when the bracket is squared, does it mean it bounces, or is that not right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So
are there 2 x points on the graph?
yeah, what are those two?
One of them's 2 and one of them's 3.
So one is 2, one is 3. -2 times -3 times -3. 9, so that's -18. And this is a cubic graph. Oh yeah, it has to bounce off that 3 one. And so no, other way around. Yes. Okay, how about B?
Okay. So do we work out the graph first? We've already got it worked out.
Yep. So we have the graph. So now it goes through the point 1, 0. So I suppose you could. Okay, so we need what two values, what 2 ways could you get the graph to go through 1 instead of 2 or 3?
Would you have to make it so that the -2 divides, the times multiplies by a half?
And so what would it be if it multiplies by a half?
Y equals f half x, is that right?
Be always the opposite way.
So it'd be 2x.
Yeah. So one possible value for A is?
Two.
Yep. Any idea about other possible value?
Could be -2.
The other possibility, so that would give you -1.
Oh, okay.
The other possibility.
Wait, substitute 2 into the -3.
The other possibility would be if you move if the 3 stretches to 1.
Oh, okay.
So
wait, so what do you mean by so the 3 moves?
So you said if A is 2, then this point 2, 0 becomes 1, 0.
So would it be 3 then?
Yes. A equals 2.
So divide by 3, so it gives you 1.
Yeah. And so you'd have to do x times by 3 because it's the other way around.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, do I just have answer A? I do. Okay, stretching graphs.
Pretty easy. I'd probably say a tick.
So easy to understand, I find, but very
Yeah.
difficult. Very difficult to get them right because they're always backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. Sketch the following. So this is y equals the f of x. You have to sketch y equals the f of x plus 1.
So in reality, it's -1.
Yep. To what?
So for A,
Mm-hmm.
the coordinate would be 0, 4.
Yeah.
B would be 2, 1.
Yeah.
And C, when are those into C? It's just A and B.
And so that just moved it basically one to the left.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like that. B.
It would be A is 2, 4. B is 4, 1.
4, 1. C.
Okay, that would be. So when it's on the right of the y equals, is that the opposite?
If it was next to the y, it would be the opposite. So if you move,
Say it's not the opposite. Okay, okay. So for the A would be 1, 0.
Yep.
B is 3, -3.
Yep.
Okay. Question D it'd be. So for question D, would you be minusing by 2?
Dividing by 2.
Dividing by 2.
Because that's the opposite of times 2.
Yeah. So it'd be 1, 2 for A. B would be 3, a half.
Well done.
And then for E, it'd be add 1 to Y. So it'd be 1, 5. And B is 3, 2.
Well done. So I did some of this with you last time to kind of help you understand the other stuff, and it turns out, hey, it was time well spent. Let's see. So this one, okay. How about this one?
Okay. So A would be -1, 0.
Yep, you'll be fine for the rest of those.
Yeah.
You just add 3 to all the x's.
Yep.
What would be part? What would be part B, part 2?
So it'd be 2, a half. Oh, I know. It's divided by 3. So it'd be 2, a third.
It's the 3 has been brought to the other side.
So is it? But it's the opposite, isn't it?
If we wrote this out fully, it would be y equals the f of x. We could write it as a third y equals the f of x. They wrote it as y equals 3f of x.
Oh, so it's the opposite then.
So it's the opposite when it's next to the letter.
The y.
Yeah.
So it's multiplied by 3.
Correct.
So it'd be 2, 3.
Yeah. So just watch out for that. Then a tricky one. Question 3.
Okay. So it's the opposite. So it's divided by a half. So Y would be, so for now, Y would be 2, comma 2, but then, so it'd be 2, comma
No,
2.
no. This one didn't become a third, it became 3.
So that becomes 0.5.
Yep.
So it'd be 0.5 divided by 2, what, 1.
No. Okay. Y equals the f of x. What is y?
Y is 1.
1. And so what can we write instead of the f of x?
What, 2? Because x is 2.
No. Y equals the f of x. The f of x equals y. So what number can we write instead of the f of x?
1.
Yes. And so it's a half times 1 minus 4.
So it'd be 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's for Y, doesn't the minus 4 get reversed to a plus 4? Oh, no, it doesn't, does it?
No, because it's already on the other side.
It's already on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it'd be 0.5 minus. So it'd be minus 3.5.
That's it. Yeah, and that's the confusion with these, that the x's, they never bring to the other side. The y's, they almost always bring to the other side. That's it. No, that's fine. Let's see. Yeah. We could. I want to stick with the y's. Ooh, that's okay. Things are going to get tricky. Better do this one. So, what happens to A? What happens to B? It was y equals the f of x. That had minus 2, 8, and 3 minus 16.
So it wants the equation minus f 2x.
Yep.
Okay. So both the y and the x-axis change, like the coordinates, both
done.
numbers.
Well done.
Okay. So for the x-axis, is divide by 2.
Well done.
And the y-axis is just multiplied by minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first one would be 2, comma 4.
So other way around. You said the x is halved, the y the same.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, okay. So it'd be minus 1 and 8.
Don't forget the y.
Oh, minus 8. Sorry.
Yeah.
B would be 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then 16.
Well done. Yeah. 16. Great. That's good. So that one, it did it to 2 different things. I just want to see this. This one, x. That's okay. That's okay. So this one is a y type. So let's do part C.
Okay.
So we're talking about the maximum.
So 2.5 is when it changes. So the original number's 2 and then 16.
So original's 216. It changes to 2.5. Y equals the f of x changed to y equals the f of x plus k. You have to say what is k.
So the y-axis, the y coordinates changed.
Yep. The y-coordinate's changed. So what value of k would change the y-coordinate from 16 to 5?
-11.
Well done. K equals -11. That was a heroic one. -11. And so this one, oh, it's similar, but it has a range of values. Better do it.
What does it mean by set notation?
Oh, that's set notation. So that's when we do... we'll worry about that at the end.
Okay. What's the asymptote again?
This dotted line is the asymptote. It's the
Okay.
line. So this curve, it gets...
Is it the line where the graph never touches the
Yeah.
line, like y equals? Okay.
Yeah. So it gets close to having a y coordinate of 2.
Yeah.
But never touches it.
Okay. So we want a number that makes the y-axis 0.
Not quite sure. Okay, so what do you think? If
So would it be? So we know it's 3, 6. So would it be -6?
so, it would a equals -6, but they're saying a range of possible values of a. Where are we going wrong? Because this one won't actually go to 0. It'll get close to 0, but never touch it. So this is y equals the f of x as a local maximum at 3, 6. Hold on. That's not y equals 2. The equation has exactly one real solution. Seems like it's -6 to me. Or greater than or equal to -2.
Does it like count -2 as like 0 or something? Like it never touches it.
Oh, okay. No, it's not that, because they're saying, you see this one here, that's one root.
Yeah.
And so you could actually do it as, if you went down by 4, that would still have one root. If you went down by 1, it would still have one root. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
still the same.
So
Yeah.
if you went down by 6, if you went down by 7, then it had no roots. And so,
Yeah.
between 2 and 6. So, what is it? A is between 2 and 6. And they just wrote that in set notation, which is this with the curly brackets. So
Does that mean all? That one.
actually, this one is
that all?
this. Yeah, that's or.
Okay.
Transforming functions.
I'll probably give myself a tick. It's pretty easy as well.
Yeah, so because we did that, we did right. Hey, mixed exercise, and so that's chapter 4. What would you give yourself for that chapter in general?
Probably between a half and a tick.
That's all right. Let's see. Next is chapter 5. I'm just going for it. Transformations. Didn't realize we'd get that finished. Okay, so equation of a line. It's kind of heavily dependent on GCSE stuff, but
Yeah.
that transforming graphs is probably the most dependent on GCSE, I have to say.
Yeah.
This looks like it belongs in the previous one. So I need to bring these back to the previous one. Okay, do you already know how to find gradient?
Isn't there like an equation called like y equals mx plus c? Something like that.
Yeah. Do you know which letter represents gradient?
There, it's the last one. It's c.
It is m.
It's c the y-intercept.
Yep.
Okay, so m's a gradient.
Do you know the formula for gradient of two coordinates?
Is it x2 minus x1
Mm-hmm.
over y2 minus y1?
And it's the y's on the top, x on the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Sub in. What goes where?
Okay. So 5 minus 7 over 4 minus 2, or 4 add 2.
You can always use
So
your
it'd be
calculator.
minus 2 over 6.
Yeah, I just let the calculator do the work, to be honest.
Okay.
Here you go. I got minus a third.
So then we're substituting that into y equals mx plus c. Or does it only want the gradient?
I only asked for gradient. Let's just give
Okay.
them gradient. Minus a third. There we go. How about this one?
Okay. So if we had to sub them in, it would be y minus 5 over, no, a minus 5, sorry, over 4 minus 2. And we know the gradient's minus 1.
And so that would be equal to minus 1. And then you stick it in.
Should we simplify the bottom half of the fraction first?
I'm not. I'm doing x minus 5 on the top. 4 minus 2 on the bottom equals minus 1.
Is it minus 4?
Press equals again.
It says minus 4.
Did you do x minus 5 on top?
Oh, sorry, I put x minus 2. Yeah. Let me change that now. 5. Oh. Shit. Minus 7.
Yep. Hold on. That was minus 7. You can always, if you forget to do the calculator. So like a plus 5 over 2 equals minus 1. Times both sides by 2. A plus 5 equals minus 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. Sorry, subtract 5 from both sides. And so you get a equals minus 7.
Yeah.
It's all the same calculator. Okay, gradients. Let me see. Did we do this?
No, I don't think so.
Why does this seem so familiar? Okay. Yeah, we couldn't have. Anyway. Hang on. How dumb. Is it possible we did this in like our very first lesson or something? Why am I? Oh, I don't know. Might have been with a different student. Let's just want to do something. Let's do question M. No,
M.
sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. Let's do Question 8.
Okay. Okay. So you write it out as 2g minus minus 4 over minus g minus 3
Mm-hmm.
equals 3 minus 3.
Mm-hmm.
So can we can't use a calculator for this, can we? We can't,
Why not?
because there's two x's that you need to put in with that. Oh wait, no, it would work, wouldn't it? Because x is the same.
Yep, exactly.
So it'd be written out as 2x minus minus 4 over minus x minus 3 alpha equals minus 3. So you have to solve. So x is minus 5.
X is minus 5. I'll take, yay, there we go. X is minus 5. That's question, sorry, whatever, G is minus 5.
Yeah.
Question 8. I don't have the answers, but that's it. Okay. Any idea? I remember I recently taught this to a girl. She just started. It's her trial lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we go about this?
Could you just wait? Is it possible just to draw it out, or is that you wouldn't do that?
Sure.
Just draw out the graph.
There's a special technique for this one. So that's
Okay.
2, 3. That's 4, 4. And that's 10, 7. Show that they can be joined by the same straight line. So they told me it can, but we have to prove it. How do we go about proving it?
Do we have to like find out the gradient of all of them like together?
Well done. So what's the gradient of AB?
How come it's just A and B? Why not C?
We'll get there.
Okay. So it'll be written out as 4 minus 3 over 4 minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a half, or 0.5.
Yep. Now what is the gradient of BC?
Okay. BC is 7 minus 4 over 4 minus 10.
10 minus 4.
Oh yeah, 10 minus 4. Which would be 3 over 6, or would that just give you a half?
Yep.
So,
So the gradient of AB is equal to the gradient of BC. So that would also be true of these two lines, but they can't be drawn on one point. You have to say one more thing. Do you know what it is?
no.
B is a shared point.
But is it like B the midpoint then?
No, but it's on both.
Okay.
AB, BC.
Oh, because like the start of BC, like the start of it's B and the end of AB is B, so it's shared.
Yeah, so if I was to do this kind of wrong one, let's say this is D, E, F, G, and so they would have to be the same point twice to be one
Yeah, so it'd
straight
be
line.
E. Yeah.
Yeah, And then all of these show that questions. The last thing you have to say, do you know what it is?
No.
Therefore, and then you just copy paste from what they said. A, B,
Okay.
C can be joined by a straight line.
Yeah.
And that's worth a mark, believe it or not.
Oh wow. Only a mark.
No. The copy paste bit is worth 1 mark.
Oh right.
Yes, so the technique for this is gradient of the first part, the gradient of the second part, say that they're equal to each other, say that they have a shared point, and so they have the same gradient, they have a point in common, and so ABC can be joined by a straight line. Copy paste. Another name for that is collinear. They can be joined by one straight line. That's called collinear.
Okay.
Exam time.
Okay. So would we have to find out what A is, or you don't need that?
Don't need it.
Okay. So first you work out AB.
Yep.
It's be 4A minus 5A over 0 minus 2A.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be what would just be minus A for the top
Mm-hmm.
over 2A minus just 2A.
Yeah. And do you know how to simplify that?
Could you just multiply 2A on both sides?
What is A divided by A?
A.
What is any number divided by itself?
Just itself.
5.
So if it's 1 divided by 1, it would be 1, wouldn't it?
Yep. 5 divided by 5?
Oh, 1.
Yes.
So it'd cancel out.
And
Be
so,
1.
what fraction does that make?
A half.
Yep, minus half. Don't forget the minus.
Minus half. Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Then you do BC because B is a shared point.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be A minus 4A over 6A minus 0.
Mm-hmm.
Which would it be minus 3A
Mm-hmm.
over 6A, which is also a half.
Something's missing.
Minus a half.
Yep.
And then would you write out, therefore, they're collinear. Points A, B, and C are collinear.
Therefore, A, B, C are collinear. One thing is missing though.
You have to write that the shared point. That B is a shared point.
B is a shared point.
Yeah.
Yep. B is a shared point.
So in the answer at the end, do you mention like A, B, and C are collinear? Therefore, A, B, C are the collinear because B is a shared point.
Yeah. I mean, really, that's kind of the last thing you'd say. Therefore, A, B, C are collinear.
Okay.
But sure. And so, what would you give yourself for gradient?
A tick. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, how was that for you, Adam?
That was good.
And so we can continue chapter 5 next time.
Yep.
Any questions for me in general?
Nope.
All right, well done, Adam. You did great, and I look forward to talking again next time.
You too.
Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.
You too. Bye.